Hi everyone, my name's Craig here at the Würth training team, and today I've got some really exciting news I want to share with you. If you recall, last year we introduced our awesome Würth MQ power tool range, and today we've got a new addition into that family, the Würth's brand new 18-volt, 3/4 inch impact driver. So let's quickly remind ourselves on what makes MQ such a good system. MQ offers 3 different power options. We've got 2 amp, 4 amp, 5 amp, all in 18 volt. The larger the amp power, the longer the interval which is needed in between charges. When you combine that with the MQ Pick Your System, so you can completely customize your MQ kit, so you can just have body only, 2 batteries, 5 batteries, the case, the insert, the charger, all is interchangeable, meaning we've got a really versatile system. Now, what makes MQ really special is actually just how intelligent it actually is. And that all comes down to a system of what we call the battery management system, or for short, the BMS. Now, this is the system inside our power tools that monitors how quickly they charge, the flow of voltage around the tool, how efficient the motor is working with the battery. And ours is so intelligent, it gives you an extra level of protection for your tool, making it really versatile and really reliable. So let's dive into the impact driver itself. So the first thing you'll notice is it's got a full rubber surround, meaning it's anti-slip, so it's not going to slide all over the place, even on wet surfaces. That also makes it really heavy duty, rugged and durable, so any bumps, any knocks, not going to be impacting the tool itself. You'll notice we've also got a tri-light feature on here as well. So 3 LEDs, meaning your workspace is going to be really heavy illuminated, and you're not going to get a shadow cast like you will on one of those single LED systems. We've also got a full metal 1/4 inch hex chuck, so for all your standard bits, and as well, there's a progressive trigger. So the more I squeeze, the faster the tool will actually go. So I've got really good control over my tool. But what really makes this tool interesting is actually just how intelligent it is. Now inside we actually have 6 different modes to choose from. Okay, so we have 3 screw torque modes where I can adjust the speed and I can adjust the power, and then we also have 3 assistant modes. So we'll go through each one now. So if we look actually on the base of the tool, we actually have a set of 3 different LEDs to choose from, and I can flick through each one. Now there's actually 2 layers here because there's 2 option buttons to choose from. I can choose from mode or I can choose from speed. If we go through the speed settings first, I'm going to put it onto speed setting 1. Okay, so this is going to give me 750 RPM, 65 Newton meters of torque. So quite a weak setting, mainly for those small applications. If we're doing light woodwork, need to put in some small screws and don't want to drive in too much, that's when we'd use this setting. So we'll start off there and we'll drive that in. Okay, so there we go. That's number 1, nice and flush with the surface. If I now select speed setting 2, okay, so now we're going up to 2200 RPM and 230 Newton meters of torque. So we're really stepping up in that power output now. Okay, same again, so now I've just buried it just below the surface. And if I now go onto speed setting 3, okay, now we're stepping up to 3000 RPM with 295 Newton meters of torque, so really, really heavy duty. And that will just keep going and going. But what that also means, we can really do some heavy duty applications. So we can take something like a larger screw or a lag bolt, and we'll go straight in. So there we go, really nice and simple, really easy, loads of power. So that's our 3 speed and torque setting modes. Now, we've got 3 others to choose from. We've actually got a second layer of LEDs here. So if I select it mode this time and put it into mode 3, this then presents me with the letter A. This now puts it in actually auto stop mode. So what I'll do is, I'll pop my bit back in there. I'll get a screw. So what this will actually do is it will give me full rotational speed up until the point where the screw's actually embedded itself in the wood and has actually given myself a little bit of torque. The drill will actually then just completely cut out, meaning you don't embed your screw further than what's needed to. So we'll just give you a quick demo. So if you notice there, even though my finger my finger is still on the trigger, the drill itself is actually cut out. So this will actually prevent me from embedding my screw too deep into that material. Really excellent if you're working with those really small screws and very lightweight material, okay? So that's the first one. If I then put it into mode 2, this is called assistance mode. Now, assistance mode will actually start on clockwise position. It'll give me full rotational speed, 30% of the rotational speed to help me get the screw started. At that point, it then becomes progressive and it will speed up to 100%. And what this does, this actually helps us to get the screw started. So you can hear there, as soon as I started to torque, the screw actually started to speed up. That gives me really good control over the process I'm doing. And if I switch it to anti-clockwise, what this will do is actually give me a series of staggered impacts before unwinding the screw, meaning it keeps the screw a lot safer, it's more protected, less likely for the head to strip and the threads to come out. There you go. So you heard those segmented, that series of segmented torques as it was coming out. Okay, and then our final mode is actually for self-drilling screws. So this is where I'm actually going to get 100% of the rotational speed until the hole's been drilled, at which point the torque will then back off down to about 70% and basically drive the screw in. Now the reason for this is so that it actually gives me a lot more control over the process and less likelihood of the actual threads to strip out. So we'll give that a quick go. So I've got a wingtip here, pious screw. There we go. So, 3 speed and torque modes, we've got 3 assistance modes, really versatile, really heavy duty. That's Würth's 18-volt M-Cube impact driver.